Hi, I'm Reed, back again. So I was not expecting my last video to hit the anti-trans crowd so hard. I guess if you put top surgery in your thumbnail, that's just what's going to attract that stuff right now. And the fact that it's November 2nd and I live in Canada, which is right next to the United States of America, and the election's in a couple days in the States. I'm really not surprised that things have ramped up so bad on the internet. And by bad, I just mean extreme. Like, there's a lot of extremism out there. And you can't really say one single thing without having all extremes and everyone in the middle have a lot of opinions they want to share about it. So, I'm just not going to reply, I think, to the anti-trans comments. Because, like, MAGA 2025, like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, YOLO 2012, like, I don't know, what's the response there? And I think for me it was funny more than anything, because I was not expecting. I mean, if you look at my other videos, I max out at like 60, 70 views, so to get like over 600 on the last one, I was really not expecting that at all. It did seem to reach a lot more trans people though, and people who are like really interested in transness, and who are pursuing it for themselves, and like for that I'm really grateful. I think, I can't have exposure to who I'm looking for without having exposure for people who are really hating what I'm doing, and like I can accept that. That's fine. I didn't used to be able to, but I'm actually like a genuine recovering people pleaser, and I'm like, I may have passed a threshold recently because I was able to handle the hate comments better than I ever thought I would ever be capable of handling hate comments. So yay me, growth. And I can attribute a lot of that to my trans journey and to my support systems and to, other trans folks who I've seen be slaughtered on the internet, and who just can handle it. They're just inspirational. And I've always wanted to be a person who can handle that stuff. And I think I'm becoming that person now, and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, I'm glad that my video resonated with a lot of people in a really positive way. That's great. I'm like less than 3 weeks away now. Woo! To top surgery. Very exciting. I also want to talk a bit about testosterone, because I do my shots on Saturday. Today is Saturday for me. And last week when I went to do my shot, I was just like, no! My body was like screaming no at me. It was like, no, don't do this. We're done. We don't want any more of this. And around the end of the summertime, I remember I was like sitting outside, and I was just like outside with myself, and I was smoking cigarettes and getting high and just like having time with me, sitting in nature with like headphones on to just like cancel the noise, like no music, just whew. And I remember for the first time since I went on testosterone thinking like, oh my God, I miss estrogen. And that was like, I wasn't expecting to feel that way. But that was genuinely how I started feeling. And then, when I went on testosterone, my intention was never to stay on it forever. I didn't think that was going to be authentically me. It felt more like when I was looking at the side effects, like the permanent ones that stay after, even if you go off of it, and the ones that revert back, and balancing them out, I was like, kind of looks like if I just take testosterone until my body tells me I'm done, I'll probably get the effects that I want long term, and then all the stuff that will go back will also be the effects that I want. Like, for instance, having a man bod, I don't really like. It's fine. It's cool to witness myself like show you my muscles, because I'm like, it's really fun to have muscles. Look at these like this little like definition. It's fun. It's fun to have muscles. I've never seen my body like that before, and I don't exercise really hardly. Like, I do some qigong with school and stuff, but I don't like work out, and now I have these muscles that I've always wished I've been able to see myself as. And I've always felt like, oh, I need strong arms. And so it's been really cool to have that come naturally. And you know what? I do want to try and maintain some kind of exercise to keep the strong arms, because I do like having strong arms. It does make me feel good about myself. It's a euphoric thing, but I'm like, I don't need testosterone to do that. But it was cool that testosterone was able to show me how much I really liked that. And now I'll have more motivation to like keep that up for myself. But like having my, I don't know if you can be able to like see, but like I've got kind of it's flatter. There's less waist. I guess you didn't really know what I looked like before, so it's harder to tell. But I used to have a pretty defined waist and like bigger hips, and And I really miss that. I really, really miss that. I feel way more like myself when I have my curves and swerves. So that's something that I won't ever have on testosterone. And part of when I go off of testosterone, my body fat will redistribute back to a more feminine or curvaceous look, the way I looked before. And that's a part that I'm really excited about. But like my voice won't get any higher. From the research I do, it might get a little bit softer or a little bit lighter, but it's dropped. If you look way back at my early videos, like pre-testosterone, like my voice has dropped. Like I've full on gone through like a puberty about it, which is amazing. And like I feel so much more comfortable with my voice now, and it feels like it's in a really good spot, and that's not really going to change when I go off. So I'm like, great, that one will stay. Awesome. So like, I don't know, I'm really grateful that I was born in a time where I feel like I have more choice about what my transition looks like. I don't have to be a trans man. I don't have to go all the way one or all the way to the other side. I get to choose what my mix looks like. And I think every trans person gets to do that. I think every human should be able to do that, because at the end of the day, it's all about body autonomy. And like, this is my body. It was gifted to me. I inhabit it. Nobody else does. I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want to it, like no questions asked. Anything. Like it's my body. As long as I'm not hurting other people. And people being offended by what I'm doing with my own body, that's not me hurting other people. It's not. No, it's not, because people are offended by other people all the time. Nobody has the same opinion as anyone. It's a mess out here. So anyway, so I'm really grateful. And then also, yeah, the top surgery, I feel like bam, it will be super good. I'll feel super euphoric having the weight lifted off my chest. I'm not trying to be a trans man. I don't know why so many people heed me in the comments. I mean, like, no offense, but like, I'm not a he. I'm not a she either. So like, I'm a whatever. I use they them pronouns, but in all reality, like, I don't even like the term non-binary. I don't like any term. I'm not a term. I'm not a word. I'm many words and many experiences, and so complex, and all of us are. And so if a word works for you, great. When I first came out, non-binary was really important for me as a label, because it helped me find some other people and for research purposes, and like it gave me some structure to like, okay, where do I help me orient where I go on this gender journey, because I don't feel like a man, I don't feel like a woman. And this third thing, non-binary, is a great umbrella term. But now that I've been navigating that and I'm more comfortable with it and I've explored different labels and ideas, I'm just sort of like, I don't care about holding any of them too hard. I'm just a human who has a body, and I'm choosing to do whatever I want to my body so that my soul feels most comfortable in this body, because I'm in my early 20s. I've got like 80 years probably left in this body. So I want to be comfortable in it so that I can do the work that I need to do to help people, be their best selves. And yeah, I mean, that's what we're all here for, right? Is to like take care of ourselves so we can take care of our, loved ones, so that we can then take care of our community, and it can just be this really fun, beehive of caring. What else was I gonna say today? I just watched Pray Away, which is a Netflix documentary about conversion therapy, which I don't know why that was my decision, but that was my decision to watch that today. And it was really interesting because I grew up in Christianity and fundamentalist Christianity, where being gay was bad and a lot of altar calls and ugh. It's not my thing anymore. Nothing against Jesus. I think Jesus was fucking dope. I also think Jesus was I know for a fact Jesus was very pro people, and therefore pro trans, pro gay, pro prostitute, pro disabled, pro chronically ill. Like, he was just a pro human kind of a person. So Jesus and I are good. We're always good. Like, that's not a problem at all. Christendom, it's not good. And Christendom is a word I learned in university. It basically is like, we can take Christianity out, because I don't consider myself a Christian. I don't think I ever will consider myself any kind of religion, because it's just not authentically me. But I don't consider myself a Christian. But Christianity inherently isn't bad. Christendom is the description of the whole human-made world around Christianity, where all of the crap kind of started like 400 years after Jesus died, and we started going, oh, let's make a whole new religion based off this one guy who lived 400 years ago, whatever. Christendom can just, fuck its own ass. I mean, that's, good luck with that. But Christianity, fine. I mean, by all means, like, every religion's got points to it. I think at the end of the day, it's just, are you caring for people or are you hating on people? Because, I mean, hate sucks. Doesn't matter where it's coming from or who it's directed at. Hate just like sucks in general and doesn't actually do any good, like, ever. And I think we can be frustrated and we can be angry, and we don't have to associate with people we don't want to, but like pure hate for hate's sake, like, it's unnecessary. So any of you MAGA people or anti-trans people or however you like to identify yourselves, in my comment section, I'm sure you'll get some comments in here because I'm also going to put top surgery in my link there. Try and catch some of y'all. What was I going to say? Sorry, the ADHD brain is all over the place. Oh yeah, any of y'all, like, I don't hate you. I don't. And for any pro-trans people hating on the anti-trans people in the comments, I mean, it's your journey. Whatever, like, I don't know. Thanks for defending me, I guess, but I don't know. I don't have any hatred towards people. A lot of frustration, and I think there's a real lack of understanding and a lot of fear. There's just so much fear I see and I feel in, people who are anti-queer in general. And this documentary was a great example of that. A lot of people who were like gay and then became ex-gay and then became, full forces of the ex-gay movement trying to convert other people into being ex-gays. And then years later, the ex-gays become ex-gays or re-gays and are like, oh my God, I caused so much harm and it was because I was afraid and because of this indoctrination and because of blah, blah, blah. And now they're like having to reconcile with the harm they created, but also, try and be their best selves, and they're ultimately always happier in the end. So I'm like, everybody's on a journey. Life is crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited for top surgery. I think it's going to be great. Oh, and this tangent, how I started was testosterone, my body yelling a no at me. And I really want to go off testosterone. It started late summer. It's been ramping up the last few weeks. Last week was really rugged taking my shot today. Took a little bit extra time, but I was able to get it in. I don't want to throw off my hormones right before surgery because, again, I'm like a little over 2 weeks away to surgery. I don't want to have to go through all the chaotic emotions before that. So I'm thinking I've probably got 3 or 4 shots left. And then I'll be going off of it, hopefully just in time for when my school finishes so that I can go through the emotional roller coaster in between semesters, and then come out the new year fully healed up and like back on estrogen and ready to go, because man, I'm just so excited. And I'm feeling, part of the reason also why, like, yes, my body's telling me that I don't want testosterone anymore, but also I'm starting to notice like subtle behaviors changing in me that actually aren't authentically me. And so much of testosterone has been me becoming a more authentic version of myself and exploring this and really literally grasping authentic me. And now it's like I'm just starting to tip over into the like, oh, okay, some of these effects are literally just the testosterone and I don't need it anymore. Like I'm a little shorter with people. I'm a little more irritable. I have a little less patience, a little less empathy than I did. And I can feel that it's hormonal and that it's not actually who I genuinely am. So if I had my best way, I would go off it right now, but I just don't think that's the smartest thing for me to do. So I'm gonna, ask for patience from all of my loved ones for the next couple weeks as I get off of it. And then when I'm off of it, I just am confident that I will feel like I'm in a really good mishmash of fuckery that feels most authentic to me. So I guess my point today is twofold. One, haters gonna hate. It probably has more to do with them than it has to do with you if they're hating on you. And 2, don't let anybody tell you what your gender journey is supposed to look like. Like, nobody can tell you what it's supposed to look like. Only you know. And you have to keep checking in with yourself and being authentic with yourself. And if things genuinely change for you, like if you're like, oh, I really want to go this way and I really feel like this, I'm going to do all the, and then that changes, oh my God, honey, that's allowed. Hun, that's totally allowed. And honestly, transition is kind of a hard word for me too, because it's like, we're all in constant transition, hopefully. I mean, if you're engaging in life and like changing and growing and learning and breathing and doing all the human things, like you're always transitioning. So there's no end goal, you know? Like genuinely, there's not. And maybe there is for you, but like there's no one setting an end goal for anyone. It's just you trying to find peace in your own existence as an individual. And if you're able to do that, you will be your best self for everyone around you too. I know it from my experience to be true. I know it in people I've seen for it to be true. And that goes for everything, not just trans stuff. So, yeah. So that's my video today. Love y'all. Take care. Happy November. That's crazy. And yeah, I'll check in again next week. Bye.